Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you see the animals running around in the background, just ignore them. They like to be all up in my space at all times, you know, the normal with animals. Playing Virgin River in the background and Bird Pause it. But today I'm going to show you guys what I got from Sephora, and I'm going to test out the products with you guys. I got a couple of my favorite things that I just need to pick up another bottle of. This is my tried and true. If you need face oil, this is the one to get. It says it's made for like dry skin, which I have like normal skin. But I'm literally almost out of this bottle. So I picked up a new bottle. It's kind of expensive, but it lasts a long time. One bottle lasts me like 9 months. So I think it's personally worth it. And I've seen a big difference in my face since I bought it. I also got a new CC, like vitamin C cream. I really wanted a vitamin C, like serum or cream, and I didn't know what to get, so I just asked people at Sephora, and I love Summer Friday stuff. Like, it's the best. Let me go get my cream that I use from them. That is my go-to. This is my other favorite Summer Friday, like, item they have. It's supposed to be a face mask, but I use it as a lotion every day. And their lip balm, it's like a chapstick, my favorite. About to need a new bottle of both of these. But you can tell I love them. So in the morning I'll wash my face. I'll put on like this dermatology, this like face stuff I got from the dermatologist. It's like a cream for like acne. And then I'll put on this. And then I'll put on my CC serum. It is my favorite combination of things to do in the morning. That's like my 3-step process in the morning. And of course I'll put on the lip balm because it's a good one. And then I really need a new foundation because I threw out all of mine that I got, well, that I had before we moved. I was like going through everything and noticed, ignore this scratch on my nose. The cat scratched me last night. So that was fun. Speak of her. She wanted to jump across the screen to say hi. But I need a new foundation because all the foundations I had were kind of old. So I was like, I'm going to pick up a new one. Like, I want to try something new. And I've heard really good things about Ilia. So I got it because they want something more lightweight that had, like, sunscreen in it. Especially for the summer. And sunscreen is so good just to put on if you're just going. It's going to be cloudy. It's going to be sunny. You never know. Definitely a good one to use. And then I also picked up a new concealer because I had the Tarte one, but it was kind of getting old and it was too like thick for me personally. I don't want a lot of like concealer underneath, just something to like highlight. So I picked up the Rare Beauty one to try. I've heard also really good things about this. And then I need a new setting powder. So I got a Fenty Beauty one. I got the shade Butter because it's like a good like, I don't know, it was like more of like a lighter color. It wasn't like, didn't have too much color to it, as where there was one that was white and then there was like darker colored ones. But I feel like this was a good like color for me, so it's still gonna highlight some, but also add the like setting powder that I want. Oh, and then I was just gonna show you guys my favorite bronzer ever. It's kind of dirty. Chanel bronzer. It is literally the most beautiful color. And if I can get the top off, like you can tell I've used it. It's kind of like brush pieces in it because my brush is kind of coming apart. But I've used it and I've had it for almost 9 months as well, maybe longer. And it still has over half a container. It's beautiful. It's like a cream. I love a good cream bronzer. I don't really like a powder bronzer, just personally on me. And then I have the Westman Atelier blush that I love. I'll show you guys that as well. And I'm gonna put on some makeup and just chat with you guys. And then I got a Sephora eye patch because I love eye masks. Like, they're my favorite. I love to put them on in the morning or in the afternoon, just when my eyes are feeling kind of tired. I'll even do it like if I take a bath at night, drink a glass of wine, do an eye mask. Kind of my favorite process at night or in the morning, just depending on how I'm feeling. But I'm gonna wet my beauty sponge. I really need a new one. It's kind of dirty. And we're gonna put on some makeup, guys. We're gonna test out some products and just chat. Show you guys how I ended up in Washington. I'm from Georgia. But let me go out my sponge and then we'll start. Okay, let's get started, guys. I'm gonna open the Ilia foundation first. I got the shade Bomb Bomb. I did like a color match in Sephora, and I feel like this was a good one. So we're gonna try it and just see. I'm gonna apply it with my fingers. It has like a dropper thing, which is really cool. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna apply it on my fingers, and then if you see me look to the side, I have my mirror over here. So let's just, thinly, your nose. I'm gonna apply it with my fingers, and then I'm going to dab it with a beauty blender, just to even it all out. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we're working with here. It's a really pretty color. I feel like it's gonna be a good color for the summer. It's like a really lightweight foundation, so it's gonna look more like a serum and not as much as a foundation. It's definitely not full coverage. You can build it if you want, but I wanted something more lightweight and not full coverage, especially for the summertime, because I don't like to put a lot of makeup on in the summer when I have a tan. I just like a little something to brighten my face up, make it look even all around, but also add some glow, because in the summer I love a good dewy look. Dewy look is my favorite. I'd rather look dewy than matte. That's just personal preference for me, but this is like a good, like a dewy color. I really like this so far. It looks really pretty. It's the first time trying it, so I'm trying it with you guys so you can also see what it's like. But I think it's a really good, it's a good match, especially because I'm gonna have a little bit of tan in the summer as well, putting a little bit more on my sponge. So I'm gonna do my neck because I want it to all blend really well. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, I love it. It's definitely a perfect lightweight consistency. Like I said, it's not super full coverage. Still covers. Like it covered that scratch up pretty well. But it's a good test to see. Yeah, I'm really liking it. We'll wear it throughout the day and see what happens. But I think it looks good. But I bought this mirror, like a makeup mirror from Target earlier, because I had to go to Target and get a few things. But I forgot AAA batteries for the light. So that's fun. I need to go get some. Okay, I think it's blended pretty well. It looks good. I'm liking it. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I'm gonna try this one. I think it'll look good together. So it also has like a really cool tip. It's like flat and then pointy on the end. Let's just see what happens. So I always apply it under my eyes, right where I want it highlighted, a little bit on my forehead and my chin, like the areas I want brightened up. I'm gonna use my beauty blender for this as well. And then I'm just gonna go in and dab it all on. I went ahead and did my mascara because I figured you guys wouldn't want to watch me do my mascara. Like, that was kind of boring. But I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about myself. So I was born and raised in Middle Georgia, in a town like 2 hours south of Atlanta. And then I met my husband a little over a year ago, and he is in the military. And he was in Georgia at Fort Benning at the time when we first started dating, so it was easy to like commute. We didn't have to do super long distance because Fort Benning from my town was like an hour and a half for like 2 hours. So we'd go there on the weekends, or he would come home because he's also lived in the same town that I lived in. Fun fact, she was actually friends with my sister before. And I never like knew him until like a little over a year ago. We started talking and I knew instantly. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna marry this guy. I don't know why, but the minute we hung out, I was like, yeah, definitely gonna marry him. Okay, pause. Wow, I love this concealer as well. It blends really well, and it adds the perfect amount of highlight under my eyes, but doesn't look super thick. Looks really good. But I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit more, make sure it's all blended together. So we started talking, we started dating, and then he got orders to go to Washington State, and I was like, and I drove him out here. So we road trip cross country out here. And then I got here and I was like, I'm not going back to Georgia without you. Like, I'm not living there without you. So I went back, I had to fly back home, literally 2 weeks later, packed everything in a U-Haul. Me and my best friend Katie road tripped back to Washington and moved me in up here. And then I moved here in June last year, and he did too, and I got here like mid-June. And then we got married in November, and it's been a crazy fun adventure. We flew back home for Christmas. Like, we've been able to go home for the holidays. And my middle sister graduated high school last year, so I was able to fly home for her graduation as well, because they had to have it in July. COVID, you know, everything that happened last year. So that's how I ended up in Washington. And now we've been here for a little over almost 10 months now. In June it'll be a year. But it's definitely been a different experience. It's been very fun. We've got to see like a lot of part of the countries that we wouldn't have been able to if it wasn't for the military. So I'm really grateful for that, because I love to travel anyways, and I've always wanted to come to the West Coast just to see what it was like, because I've never lived outside of Georgia. I lived in Georgia my whole life. But I personally was like, yeah, I'm coming back to Washington. I'm not living in Georgia without you. So that's how me and my husband met, and like how I ended up in Washington. It's kind of a quick overview of what everything we went through and how it happened. But personally, like, I like Washington a lot, but we're ready to go back to the South for sure. So we'll probably move back. We move here from here next December, so December 2022. And we're gonna go back to the East Coast, hopefully. At least somewhere on the East Coast, just to be closer to home. It's really hard being away from all your friends. That's been the hardest part for me, because I love just going to shopping with my best friends, or just, I don't know, just going out, going to the lake. Everybody's on the lake right now because it's 82 degrees in Georgia, and it's 50 here in Washington still. It's sunny, finally. The rainy season was from November to March, and it's almost April, so it's done raining. Thank God, because I don't like the rainy weather. It's not my favorite. But I just put this concealer on. It's definitely very good coverage. I personally like it a lot, actually. It doesn't look too thick on, like the Tarte one. To me, it's just so thick, and I didn't personally like it. It made under my eyes like crease really bad after a while. But I got the shade 180 in this Rare Beauty, and I'm definitely gonna keep trying this. I'm gonna wear it throughout the day and see what happens, but I personally like it a lot. So I'm gonna put on a little bit of bronzer, and I just take this Bobbi Brown brush. It is the full coverage brush, and it looks like this one, and I just take it and rub it in my bronzer, and then I just, you know, do your cheekbones. It's my favorite bronzer ever. I do my forehead, everywhere that you want it to look like sun-kissed. That's where I apply it. I love how it looks though. Okay, I have to get in the tanning bed or something. I've been self-tanning, but after applying it so much, it just kind of gets annoying. And I want to look sun-kissed again. In Washington, you don't really lay out much because it doesn't get super hot. Like last summer when we were here, it was warm. You could definitely wear shorts, but it never got to the point where it was like hot enough to lay out. Like, I took Finley to the beach a couple times, because in our old apartment we were right down the road from the beach, like from the water, but it was never warm enough to just sweat and lay out like you want to when you want to get tan, like at the beach. It wasn't really like that. And then we went to the beach one time. It was kind of chilly. I mean, it was definitely warmer, but once the sun started to go down a little, we had to put on like jackets because it was starting to feel like a little chilly. But I also put some bronzer on my nose to bronze it up a little because I personally love a good bronzer. I don't really love getting in the tan in bed, but I think I'm gonna have to, especially because I want some color back to my body. And this ain't doing it for me. But so this is the Chanel bronzer. Again, it's my literally favorite. It sells out super fast though. I'm gonna link it in the comments below. But I literally had to buy it, and I bought it, and 5 minutes later it was sold out. It's insane. It sells out so fast every single time it comes in stock. But if you ever see it in stock, grab it. Like, I promise you, best bronzer ever. And then this is the Westman Atelier blush. It's a really pretty, like, cream blush. They also have a brighter one that I want to get for the summer. This is a good fall one, but it's also really pretty. So I just take it, dab it where I want it on my cheeks, and I kind of go up my nose a little, and then you can either use your fingers, a brush, like I'll use my blush brush sometimes, or you can use your beauty blender. So I'm going to use my beauty blender today. And then you just blend it out really well. Takes a minute because it's a cream, but then it looks really pretty once it's all blended. I'm using a lot of cream products today because I want a pretty dewy look. So that's just going to be the look for today. It's going to be a dewy look. So once you like blend it out, I scratch. I need to put a little more concealer on it. Once you blend it out, it looks really pretty. I like take it across my face everywhere you want to be like sun-kissed. It's also really pretty on as well. It makes that good like summertime glow that you want, especially in the spring and summer. And sometimes if I want a little more, I don't want to like directly apply it to my face, I'll dab it on the sponge, and then just hit my cheeks a little more. I want a little more glow. I haven't tested this foundation out. It's my first time testing it with you guys. I'm gonna try to wear it. I gotta go run a couple more errands today, but I'm gonna wear it under my mask and see what happens. Because it's a big thing now. I don't really want it coming off on your mask, you know, the new normal. That is the Baby Cheeks blush brush, or blush stick by Westman Atelier. And it's the color Dodo. Dodo? It's D-O-U-D-O-U. Dodo. Dodo. But I'm going to try to find the other color in this blush and grab it too. See if I can find it because it's really pretty. And then let's try the setting powder. I was like, I know there's one more thing that I'm going to try. And it definitely is the setting powder. So let's get it out and see what it looks like. Oh, it's really pretty. It's like, it's really big. Beauty blender for under my eyes. So I'm going to dab it. And then I'm going to dab it under my eyes to set all of that creamy product. Let's see how it looks. Oh. Hi, Oliver. You trying to say hi? I'm going to need you to move, okay? Because you're blocking my mirror. Get down. Okay. Yeah, I like this color. It's a good setting color. Like I said, I got the one that had a little bit of color to it, and it wasn't so white, but it's still translucent. So it's still gonna be more of a translucent powder and not this one with super color. But it looks good under my eyes so far. It's setting the concealer really well. Let's see. So you just want to dab it in. Make sure it sets in all those creases. We don't want creases under our eyes. One of my biggest pet peeves is when I've done my makeup and I get creases under my eyes. That's not my favorite thing to happen. But I think this is looking so good so far. I really like this powder. I really wanted to try the Too Faced Peach Perfect. But it was available in Sephora to order. but I keep debating. And it wasn't in my Sephora store here. I was gonna have to drive to a different Sephora store if I want to just buy it in the store instead of ordering it. But I didn't really doing that, so I went into a Sephora here and I was like, can you please recommend a good setting powder? And they recommended a couple. It was like this one, a milk one, the Milk brand, and then one more. But I've heard really good things about the Fenty powder, and so I was like, you know, I'm just gonna try this and see what happens. But I'm glad I did. And the good thing about Sephora too is that if you got a product you didn't love, you can always return it. They do return things in 30 days if you don't love what you buy. But that's my look for today. It's like more of a natural look. It looks really pretty on. I'm really happy with these products. But I'm gonna wear it throughout the day. Let you guys know my opinion. I'll put it in the description or comments below. Just what I think about the product after wearing it all day. See how it sets on, like, wears with mask and just all day. Comes with another little top thing for it. But like I said, we'll see what happens throughout the day. Right now I'm super happy with them. The way they look, everything looks super natural. I don't like a super like cakey look, and I don't want it to look like there's too much product on my face. I want it to look super natural. I don't like wearing a lot of makeup. Like, I don't ever put on eyeliner anymore. I hardly ever wear makeup anymore because, you know, mask, and I feel like there's really no point. But if I want to like have a pretty dewy look, like, I will do a lot of cream products. But I'm really loving this so far. So we'll see what happens throughout the day. I'll link everything that I use in the description box below. And then I'll let you know how you guys are throughout the day. Like I said, there's this new self-tanner I kind of want to try at Ulta. And I want a bigger beauty blender. Like, I have the smaller one. I kind of want the really big one. So I may go to Ulta. Because it's right down the road. So I may go see if they have a bigger beauty blender. And then I'll let you guys know how my makeup works throughout the day. But thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos coming soon, guys. So stay tuned for like 2 videos coming a week. If you have any ideas or want me to do a video over anything in particular, just let me know. I'm gonna do a full like tour house or like apartment tour when we get done, because I still have to get some stuff for the other room. It's not finished yet. There's much stuff in there, but I'll show you guys that after fully furnished and finished after it's done. But thank you guys so much for watching.